Hi everybody! It's morning. Yes, it's the rare morning stream for me. And look at that, YouTube's joined us as well. And the message came through over there. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly pin it. All good. And now, it's time. We are gonna be doing Hildibrand adventures. There we go, that should fix the... Yep. That changes the username on the bot. So, here we are. Yep, it updated. Good. Now, today we are going to be watching the adventures of a proper gentleman. That's right. It's time for Hildibrand adventures. Let me launch the game. It's still warm in my room, so... And there we have it. Come on. Speaking of which, I should do the marketing first. So I'm gonna put you guys... I'm gonna log into the game. Right now we are on the moon. Whalers on the moon. Wait, did we? There's no queue at 9 o'clock. Anyway, we should head back to Uldar, which costs me another 1,000. Ah, yeah, I know you're up. Yeah, I would have guessed. It's time for... Good morning. Oh, I had to say it. I had to say it because that felt right. Nanji Nanji. Nanji Nanji. And again, I pressed the wrong button. Also, It's time for me to change my outfit. To change my character's fit. Again, because we're gonna be gentlemanly. In fact, ahead of this, I should play the opening cut. I should first go ahead and run a little, or quote unquote, commercial for Gamers Outreach. Here we go.
Outreach. And to do the same, but they won't make it everyone that I see you on the right. Each unit helps provide recreation to patients and their families inside hospital rooms. The go-karts can be disinfected easily and have 360 degrees of movement, making them ideal for transport in hospitals. Go-karts can accommodate a variety of gaming consoles. They also come with wired controllers, a gaming monitor, and an assortment of different games. They're equipped with a lift mechanism that allows the height to be adjusted. Go-karts provide a safe, flexible, and efficient way to ensure patients have access to entertainment during their long-term treatment. To learn more about Project Go-Kart, visit gamersoutreach.org. Here at Gamers Outreach, we believe kids deserve a chance to be themselves. Video games inspire joy. They represent an opportunity for us to connect with each other through activity and story. Kids receiving medical treatment often have only a few outlets. Thankfully, gamers are here to make a difference.
I'm Sarah Coe, and my kids are, I have 3 kids who are all Seattle Children's patients. My son Luca is medically complex. You know, just to see him kind of brighten up a little bit when that cart rolled in.
Spanning from our first push into hospitals with our go-kart, our quest now encompasses our newest program, SavePoint, which will help impact even more lives. SavePoint offers toys and prizes to kids via high-tech vending machines in hospitals, rewarding patients as they reach treatment milestones and fostering a sense of accomplishment.
Most of us gaming specialists are lifelong gamers. My first impression of seeing these go-karts is just the huge potential this has to bring gaming to families in the hospital that didn't think that gaming was gonna be possible.
With massive support from the gaming community, we have delivered hundreds of go-karts to healthcare facilities around the world, enabling more than 5 million gaming experiences annually for kids receiving care. Not only in the US and Canada, but go-karts have been deployed worldwide.
Bigger than Seattle Children's, almost every therapeutic gaming program in the country's backbone is the Gamers Outreach cart. Many patients say it helps them feel like they're at home. Like I said, it's a cool piece of tech that you can customize in a situation where a lot of what is happening to them is not up to them.
We have shared the gift of play with over 400 hospital partners, and we're just getting started. One day, we want to look back and ask ourselves, remember when hospitals didn't have video games? We need your help to get there. Together, we can help others level up.
And that is an explanation. That's basically a little explanation. Let me quickly go ahead and get my music fixed up because it's once again in the wrong. It's once again playing when it shouldn't. Cutscene time. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Palladia, as the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed. Will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Mandeville can? I should really have it do a little check. To the Gladiators Guild. Because it's time for the final case of Season 1 of the Manderville Adventures. And we're starting with Shades of Sildy. I was wondering when you'd show up, Kinesi. I hope you haven't made any plans for today because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend, the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already. All influential members of Uldan society. Mr. Manyfaces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubts to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye's been selling like Pond's cakes. The only rub is that it's left me in no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, Kinesi? The hidden treasure of Ulda, was it? If there's more... If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. It's the Sunsilk Tapestries. Wymond. Yes. The Make It Rain campaign is still ongoing. Hey! How are you doing? Wymond, you have information. We need it. Well, now, if it ain't my favorite venturer, and my favorite Mithril Eye reporter along with him. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I'd like to help 2 of my best mates, I'm afraid you found old Wyman at a loss. Old Dar's more than his fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can't tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan's one in a right didder. Word has it they've formed a regiment of the best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan's one aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come, Kinesi, it's time we paid a visit to the Heart of the Sworn. Oi, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourself involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours at risk trying to play hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I'm ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Kinesi, time is of the essence. See, does Wyman have any more lines? Confidence. I like it in a woman. Any road's not my place to stop you. So just promise you'll be careful. My gut tells me the trouble's a brewing. And my gut's more often is right more often than wrong. That unlocks Viper? What is it? Reaper. Aethernet, Chamber... No, Alchemist's Guild. Also, hi. Where have I seen this man before? Halt! Only authorized personnel are allowed in. For bugging me with a broadsword, it's the gentleman of light's adventuring companion and a catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. Well, if it isn't self-styled warrior of light. Tell me, what tale did you spin to the Sultan Sworn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Only the toll's honest truth, miss. Seeing the gentleman of light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me. Moved to the depths of my soul, like... I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hildibrand. The Sultan Sworn were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me. You've come to assist Mr. Hildibrand in this investigation, haven't you? Cool, why didn't you say so sooner? 'Tis the least I could do to help the mates who united me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak with Felice. She's one of the Sworn's best, and something of a history buff, it'd seem. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Balladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, aye? Pleasure to meet you, Felice. My name's Ellie, from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case, and would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events. Pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie. And if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one Kinesi Liaches, yes? You know Kinesi? Any regular reader of the Mithril Eye would. I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. Who is it going to be? Briardian? Yes, Briardian. As the Sultan Sworn, the elite of Uldar's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries that I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briardian, always one step ahead of us. Ah, Miss Ellie, Mr. Kinesi. A moment, if you would. Right there. Very good. Now face me and don't move an ill. Inspector, what's that? Demasking dust. A formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vestal Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counteragent that would dissolve the disguise while leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. Fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources that the Sultan Sworn at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? A hidden treasure of Uldar, the last of the 4 lost relics of Balladia. Fear not, I've poured through the histories time and again. But the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by those 4 Balladian heroes, but makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times have we tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Balladian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. That blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have our word, my lady. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan Sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vault to make any meaningful progress. You would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers! There we have Hildibrand and Nashu. He's a... Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. And this must be the masking dust that is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you I am exactly who I claim to be. A shame, that. Inspector Hildibrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Cogged over the head with a cudgel? Gutted with a greatsword? Strangled with a subligar, mayhap? I'm afraid that we've identified no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more, even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar-turned-butcher delivered to justice. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildibrand. Friends, please take this demasking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single sachet, but I trust you will put it to good use. As long as we each get 1, it should be good. Oh, we don't have a line for Briardian. On behalf of the Sultan Sworn, your assistance with the murder investigation is greatly appreciated. Leave the defense of the royal vault to us. As the gentleman of light in the flesh. Hells, he's every bit as muscular and majestic as I remembered. He may have 1,000 faces, but with Inspector Briardian's demasking dust, the masquerade will soon be over. Oh, he's not staring at me, so that's good. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. I like your gusto. But if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all his admirers, and shall henceforth name you thusly. Crazy, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 Sins of Sasimo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off! Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious. My ever loyal associate? We must put Miss Felice's demasking dust to good use. The 80 Sins of Sasimo, that's Steps of Nald. That means I need to exit through Steps of Nald, so... Surely I can... Oh yeah, I can just get it to Sultana. There we go. Hammerly. This is the 80 cents of Satsumo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's about 20. Yeah, I think this. Every step is a sin then. Inspector Briardian. Flowers. How intriguing. Cutscene? Flowers? Yes, it's all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing? Eh? I'm the one what put the flowers there, eh? Torn the memory of me poor boy? You dare defile his memory, eh? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, by my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. I was just saying, the flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run, far, far away. Run, or he'll turn you into a zombie. So my poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie. Nonsense. But not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard of the horrors of XIV? Aye, old our sibling nation against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, aye? But I speak of far greater horrors than death. An unholy draught brewed by a Sildine alchemist. One with the power to turn the living into the undead, that his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers. The traitors a spurn. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through. But you won't hear that from the Sultan sworn, for all alone knows why. But they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay me last respects. The traitors spurn. I'd heard the stories, but I'd never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? A Sildine, I'm sure of it. Aye, only a Sildine would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sildine died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, he does, but did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Eh? Had the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did. About the 4 relics of Belladia, and the powers they hold. The power to exact justice. The spectre of Sildine has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe unto us all! Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us! My dear boy, if only you'd become a traitor like your father. If only you'd kept your nose out of those history books, and never so much breathed the accursed name of Sildine. But you did. Now we're doomed. Oh, that was a fun character to voice. That bleeding Horson's here somewhere. I can feel it in my follicles. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen, aye, that it was, and for all a fortnight, I thought my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just a twist, a knife, an extra ilm. Mountebank, charlatan! Mountebank, charlatan! I'll find that so-called inspector and sorry his band, and his sorry band, and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls! Well, we have an ass kicking to deal out. We have an ass kicking to dish out then. Briadio? Shades from CLD. Living men turned into zombies. The old crone's not lost just her son, but her wits as well. I'm using the spy as the spy from TF2 is basically my guiding line for Briardian's voice. It's the voice I'm using for Briardian. Hildibrand is onto something. Or at least he thinks he is. It's all becoming clear to me now. That old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotten flesh, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm of the living and dead for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate this tortured soul, that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the inspector's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its rancor. Let us begin our search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Doubtless the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge on the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Sildine might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Briardi. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. I'd be much obliged if you could keep him out of my way, Kinesi. I have some real investigating to do, and I would prefer to be free of distractions. To the Thaumaturge's Guild. Running back in through the gate of the Sultana. And the Thaumaturge's Guild is to the right. An echo. Researching an ancient feud between Ul'dah and Sildee, are you? Most impressive. Young people these days show so little interest in learning from the past. Anyhow, I'm pleased to say that I have more than a passing familiarity with ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still. To the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The fifth astral era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts burgeoned and the great civilization that commanded such powers flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. It culminated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the Sixth Honorable Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Fanaland, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries agone. Just imagine a government of mages, by mages, for mages. What wonders might have been wrought out of Belladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not to be. Well, Erasmus, what do you have to say? You don't say. It's not an every day someone comes to our halls to research Steel D. As a fellow student of history, though, I am more than welcome to the conversation. Belarian civilization flourished in relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Sil'Di. But unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. What's that you say? What's that you say? You seek knowledge of the bad blood between Ul'dah and Sil'Di? I suppose I could spare a moment or two, but take good notes, I'm not fond of repeating myself. Two scales, one of gold and one of silver, the gold of Ul'dah weighing prosperity and power, the silver of Sil'Di weighing knowledge and power. But the power sought by the two nations differed greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity was out of justice and good, while the power wrought by Sil'Di knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter the histories are clear. But riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories, and what does this say of the words writ within? Yes, truth can be elusive, and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that in the war against Sil'Di, Ul'dah and Amalja warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not, and neither did I until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? But I have said enough already. Oh look, there's Hildibrand. See what he has to say. Knowledge is power, and surely our thaumaturge friends have a wealth of knowledge on the feud between Ul'dah and Sil'Di. Let's begin our inquiry. I'm already almost done. Yayaroku. Greetings, traveler. You would learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultanate of Sil'Di. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-saints coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sil'Di alchemists devised the most horrific stratagem. Employing a frightful formula known as the Traitor's Spur, they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it they even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. It is truly a crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. I'm still a bit eepy. My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review, and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides the great civilization of Bellaria, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ul'dah and Sil'Di. The two nations coexist for some generations until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. daunted by Uldar's superior military might, XIV employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is a descendant of doomed XIV, who seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find the Sildine statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. A brilliant plan. A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go find yourself a shovel and dig this statesman out of his grave yourself. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to CD. His garish garb, no doubt, meant to invoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. The Sildine connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Beladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said he had the most frightened air about him. Wait, yes, it's coming to me. Of course! My keen investigator senses ring out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. You're like to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find him? My sources identify the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? To Horizon then, but I will not take the... I will not go ahead and teleport over there straight away. I am going to go ahead and take the Chocobo. Chocobo Porter to Horizon, please. Yes. 5 gil. That's cheap. There we go. I lost tracking for a second. It's lovely. Oh, we're right at the point where it basically transitions, and there's no music. There we go. Look at it go. Look at them go. Anyway. I was actually up to something in my... Oh, we're already here. Hildibrand? My keen instincts tell me that Master Guguria's testimony will be key to a monumental breakthrough in our investigation. Yes, I shall employ the ancient Mandeville art of parley to skillfully extract the information we require. Yes, if you've got business, make it quick. And my time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all seeing. You know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you with just a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me? A thief? What's this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got the time or the patience for this mummery. Now, if you excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Lady Derilda. Well met indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair evening? What? I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. I mean, Inspector Brianian. This is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here, pray tell? Guguria, we can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But Lady Derilda, what about... Ah yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from Miss Dame's latest seasonal collection. Would you be able to procure one for me, yes? You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Uldar myself? I'll say it just... I skipped. I'll say it just once more, Guguria. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. Nay, yes, even the stupid one. Help me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. But you didn't hear it from me, got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust. The trader's spurn, was it? And his cards speak of five victims. It's got me thinking. Sildi, 5 victims. Aye, the arbiters of truth. The arbiters of truth. I am not familiar with the name. Aye, few would be, on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Uldar Sildi conflict from reaching the ears of the folk like you and me. False knowledge? Pray tell, just what sort of knowledge might that be? False balls, don't make me say no more! I've got a family to feed! Very well. Just tell us one last thing. Who hired you and where can we find him? Where can we find him? Hob. His name's Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set out for Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship docks. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. Well, remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the arbiters were so secretive they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how all it works, but Hope's got a high rank and friends in the Brass Blades. Once he heard the victims had all been zombified, he panicked. I guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, kind sir. My kind sir. Once again, the ancient bountiful art of parley has procured for us a keen morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry, the man's life is in danger even as we speak. I would hear what this Hob fellow has to say. Come, my ever loyal associate, let us away to Vesper Bay with all speed. All speed, you say? Chocobo, away! Plus, it's Vesper Bay, so you know the saying. Pray return to the waking sands. Uh-oh. Whose Chocobo is... Master Hob, is everything quite alright? No, stand back, Ali. I hunger. For, I hunger for your brains. Damn! There's no saving the man, Kinesi. Do what you must. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. It would seem that we were a few moments late to the scene. A message, and then there was one. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I pricked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I had this fleeting sense. A sense that someone, or something, is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return and report the findings to Miss Felice. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to the final victim. I will find him. I too had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of this sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, then I give my leave. But pray be wary, not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite a temper, as we both know. And what do you mean by that? Just an reduction. Monsieur. Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe and promise that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, Inspector... Costa del Sol, yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. A secret vow! Oh, but consider my interest piqued as well, good Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Felice awaits her report. And they walk back to Oda in formation. I need to go around these mountains. And then... I love how these two quests brought us out here. All the way out to here. And here I am, flying straight into Ul'dah. Through the gate of the Sultana. To the Alchemist's Guild. The news of Hobbs' death will not sit well with Miss Felice, but a gentleman must do what a gentleman must do. A gentleman must do what a gentleman must do. Some shifty-looking fellow was eyeing the vaults before, and he took off faster than a flaying cactus as soon as my gaze met his. Aye, just like I cowed many a guardian on the plains out... Oh, it's you. So you still lie, Humphrey. The fourth victim. For have mercy! Were you able to glean aught of a connection to the other victims? The arbiter of truth? No, it cannot be. Somebody help! Miss Ellie, that voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. It seems sus. Oh no. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? Oh, Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man. I only thought to ask him a few questions. Before I knew what was happening, he was upon me. I could only... Bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. Remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. This man wears the... damn it. This man wears the armor of a Sultan Sworn Squire. Yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. The thief of many faces. To think we would find our man like this. Frightened again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic puissance, I declare this case closed. I return the sachet to you, Miss Phyllis. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? Well, I messed up this voice again. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? Oh? A double-layered disguise. What's the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise planted by the thief to throw us off his trail. No doubt. This is Giger. One of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that a thief could so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the phantom thief to thank for her burgeoning readership and rise through the ranks of the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... My lady, the vault has been breached. The wise man's whisper, it's gone! For her foul crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. Ooh. And now the game is truly afoot. It's Greg! Bah, what is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? And just as we were about to make her triumphant return. Isn't that so, Enkidu? There's Nashu! Miss Ellie, that shadow of you said you saw, I think it was just a dormouse. Oh no, Nashu's an imposter. To think he'd literally stumble face first onto the second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry. I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Oh no, Nashu! With Nashu knocked unconscious, think I know what street that was as well. Let's talk to the Felice. How could we have been so blind? When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable. Not even the shockingest turn of events would deter the famed agent of inquiry. Beneath the mask. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. My ever-loyal associate. We must find Miss Ellie and quickly. Surely, if confronted by her constant companions, she can still be convinced to abandon this fool plan. Oh, Miss Felice, I thought you'd been already departed in the company of your men. But all for the better. Shall we conduct a search together? I feared I would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than Hildibrand. Me, mind you. It's not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter, stating that a position in the committee had opened and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to enumerate my duties, to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer in the Sultan's Sworn, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew that there were other members of the organization, but was told none of their names or identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm, until such time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Felice, but there is no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress. And as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates are also stand by your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here! Should... Honestly, if the Phantom Thief manages to nail... Wait, that tail is not moving. There you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. Look, if the Phantom Thief is not capable, likely doesn't know how to handle those ears or the tail. Because that is very much something that's in... From the model, I'm guessing you're. So, Kinesi would be able to tell immediately, based on the reaction from quote-unquote Nashu. Really sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but a dormouse. It really was a really cute dormouse, you see? It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... Cat chasing a mouse. Pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector sense speaks to me. Someone is watching us. Kinesi, let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Riardian. Demasking powder, please. Apologies, Kinesi, but I require a moment alone with my thoughts. Where's Miss Ellie? Do you think she went looking for the dormouse too? I cannot allow my presence to put my men in danger. Run, Felice! A water-stained letter. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Trust no one, and your friends all the less. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. You obtain a sachet of demasking dust. In the next instant, you feel an intimidating presence behind you. Intimidating presence? Oh, everyone isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Kinesi. I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it was the same for you? Actually, yes, it's... Oh, so your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn. And now you've come upon a series of anonymous letters. Perhaps our watcher in the shadows is a friend. Or is this but another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say the circumstances call for utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone. Myself excluded, of course. There's no mask that could replicate the physique of this wonderful man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be in a bit over his head this time. Allow me to assist in your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildibrand, his dear mother would... not be pleased. Makaraka. If the sender speaks true, the villain even now lurks in our midst. And yet we have but a single sachet of demasking dust at our disposal. And we must identify the impostor beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I can see. What say you have a few words with each of them, and see if aught seems amiss? Felice, am I doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Miss Ellie is the phantom thief. It is the only logical conclusion. And yet, I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Inspector Briardian told me all about it. Who would have thunk Miss Ellie was the phantom thief all this time? She sure fooled me. It's Nashu. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say. It stands to reason the fiend could not take such a risk. If he were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse. Curses! This one's not half the fool his son is. I must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence. Oh, hello there, Hildibrand. I questioned the Sultan someone outside. To a man, they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? Yes, finally the pieces are coming together. Now, if you would kindly stand still and shut up, as if fiend already stands among us. Inspector Briardian, I should hope you are not doubting me. Well, I am quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy. The fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An astute observation, my gangly friend. I'd say that this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder Kinesi here found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another sachet or two lying about, would there? What remains of our supply has already been distributed to the search party, but worry not. They should be reporting back within a bell's time. Ha! Time might be against me, but just you watch. I'll wriggle my way out of this and turn you into the reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. I fear it's more than what we can afford. More time than we can afford, Miss Felice. Fortunately, my power to deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie only had only passing interaction with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from consideration. At least myself, Nashu, and Kinesi here. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close and extended relationship with our suspects. I shall begin by questioning mine own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me. Shit, he knows the non-verbal cues. Of all the times for this overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense, if he asks me anything too obscure, my cover is as good as blown. My relationship with Nashu is so close, I dare say at times as if we share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, she would have no trouble completing my thoughts. I'm Amanda Mandeville. Man. Ding. Good. Doing what only Amandaville can. From the peaks of Curfis to Fanaland. Mandeville. You're the best, Inspector. A perfect score. You may rest easily, dear friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, indubitably the true Nashu. I've never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you. Nashu, is something the matter? Just because you picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes. There's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles? Wrinkles? Look who's talking, you crusty cretinous old... Genius Inspector? Inspector Briardian, do you have the Book of Jumping? The charade is up. The charade is up, Miss Ellie. Yeet. Miss Ellie, you look somehow different. Jumper. With maximum violence. Now. Okay, that was the wrong emote. We have you now, imposter. Truths untold. Who is this unfamiliar woman? And what secrets does she hold? Seven hells. Done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of mummers. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting Inspector Briardian, once again you fail to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood. My beloved sister, and my eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Ceci. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you alright? Why, you look as if you've seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. We are, mind you, are the last living scions of Sildine aristocracy. Bemused, are you? Befuddled? to find two sisters behind the mask. Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered a thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show. Oh, and those priceless relics. Was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe you a lot, truly. Without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to these heights of celebrity. Miss Ceci, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. What is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice! 400 years ago, Uldan dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait. The history said that it was Hildibrand that turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie! And you work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was Uldan that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder, and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate was built on a lie. What is this madness you speak, woman? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Uldan army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed sultan's woman killed to keep buried deep in the sands of Fanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes. Before long, you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. And just what do you mean by that? Oh, just what do you mean by that? Oh, how the idiots lap up the stories. A masked crusader for justice. A dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority. Oh, if only they knew. They will see soon enough. When they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of the final survivors stole in vast quantity of the power from the Uldan vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened? By assembling the 4 sacred relics from Baladia. 4 relics once housed in the royal palace of Hildi, before the Uldan dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren that you were there when zombie powder rained down on Uldan. Now wait, you'll all be dead. Preposterous! But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Ceci. Oh no. Hildibrand! Hildibrand! You idiot. Just for once, could you not get in the way? Godbird Mandeville. Can't even trust your sorry ass to look after him for a day. Oh, wait. This is probably... Godbird Mandeville! I can't even trust your sorry ass to look after him for a day! Frying pan. Oh, wow, a pancake. I knew it! That presence watching over us from the shadows. It was you, my dear wife. Uh-oh. She's behind me, isn't she? Nope, above. Clonk. Julian Mandeville, I'm guessing. What's it now? Am I to understand that you are Hildibrand's mother? Oh, ad break time. Greg. Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. And is enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, Kennedy. The time of our final confrontation is nigh. We're in the middle of a cutscene, so I cannot pause, really. Now we can. I'm gonna go run to the BRB screen real quick and take a seat.
Outreach.
Scroll across the screen beneath the spider ring. We all gotta break sometime. I left it all unread. The more I know, the less I seem to care.
Go-karts.
We're done by everything and falling through the air. And the more I roll, the less that I can bear. We all gotta break sometime. Cracked inside a kiln between the fire. We all gotta break sometime. You glazed it anyway.
There's research to demonstrate that play helps healing time, it helps reduce length of stay, it allows them to thrive in an environment when they're faced with adversity.
The go-karts help make gaming possible inside hospitals. They're portable video game stations that are designed specifically to address the challenges in hospital environment. Each cart is equipped with a lift mechanism, a tray for medical equipment, a screen that tilts depending on a patient's situation, and the entire cart is manufactured with medical-grade plastics.
They forget about what's happening in that hospital room. They can use it to distract from a painful procedure. They use it to make the day go by faster.
You've just challenged a driver.
Hello, I'm Megan.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Jerome.
I understand you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I do as well.
Oh my gosh. Or a back brace, stuff like that.
That's pretty similar to me, actually. I have a backpack all the time with my feeding tube, along with metal braces and things. Oh, there's a corner. I suppose what helps me is to think there's other things about me, not just the fact that I have this condition.
That's awesome.
What a novel and brilliant idea. A kid cooped up in a hospital room and a cart comes rolling in with a console on it and you can play games. That's great.
The use of video and virtual reality software as therapy continues to gain momentum in the medical community.
If I'm not feeling good, I get on Xbox and it gets my mind off things. I've created a community of friends that I get on and I play with every night.
Outreach. We believe kids deserve a chance to be themselves. Video games inspire joy. They represent an opportunity for us to connect with each other through activity and story. Kids receiving medical treatment often have only a few outlets. With massive support from the gaming community, we have delivered hundreds of go-karts to healthcare facilities around the world, enabling more than 5 million gaming experiences annually. We have shared the gift of play with over 400 hospital partners. We need your help to get together. We can help others level up.
And we're back. I hated that music. Yeah, I should honestly fix the audio control issues. Do you have proposals for brains, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy's been turned to a stinking corpse, if you hadn't bloody noticed. You, crazy or something, was it? Huh? Hildy's told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? Can come down a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me this time? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry-ass husband here. And look where he got me. You'll help me out, won't you? Yes, of course. Anything. The moment... I don't even need much of an introduction to Julian to know. Julian, terrifying. Julian Manderville is terrifying. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and look at him! He's green! Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy. A vial of holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tatter of oversold rags and a vial of twice distilled water. Sin God at the market stocks the former, but the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Jest. Now hurry, once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Greg? Ouch, that smarts. Yeah, gods, Hildy. Oh, look, kid, none too hard to yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now, are you going to accompany Knazy here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, milady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Sid got sundries, was it? Come now, Knazy. There's work to be done. That's dinner. Procure oversoul rags from Sintgoat. To the Sapphire Avenue Exchange we go. Oversoul rags, you say? I feared I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, my friend, but a man has to make a living. I've already been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Yeah, and you expect to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look who we have here, if it isn't the warrior of light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet at the markets. As it happens, I returned from my training, and the slaying of the 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for today. Nay, if it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. My lady, you are far too kind. Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildibrand and Knazy here, I'd still be tag-teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts. Full take me if that wasn't the feel of the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Well, I have half a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. Now, a kind sentiment, my good man. We are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Kinesi? And with this, our task here is done. Now, let us find this traitor named Jest. It's always the same Gilgi, by the way. And that was my phone. My phone just buzzed. Ah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Jest. Surely you jest. The blundering Mandeville boy is on his last legs and you need something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandevilles are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last gill for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be a happier and wealthier man. And now I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you no shred of honor or compassion in that spindly body? Business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep. After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget. It matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg you, my lady, may I have this dance? Oh, look, it's the boy. It's that son of a gun. Well, if it isn't familiar faces. Arabella! Kinesi, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? Actually, no, I'm here on business. Hildibrand's on death's door. Heavens! Poor Inspector. Well, if it wasn't for the lapis maiden in the flesh. What say you bid farewell to preening fops and scruffy adventurers and share a dance of a cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty. It would be a pleasure and honor both, my lord. Provided you provide my good friend Kinesi with a bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks. You know this man? The price. If that's the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gill anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella? Now turn him down. I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival. But to think he was this beloved by so many. Clearly, this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Kinesi, let us deliver these goods while there's still time to save him. I cannot equip White Mage right now because of the lack of inventory. Because of the lack of armory chest space. I'm gonna quickly fix that because I want to do this part of as a White Mage. Okay, I also need to switch out my armory chest for on this side as well then. I like the way that looks, but unfortunately it's not what I need. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think I have the... Now I have the armory chest space. Oh, not all gear was found. Character, recommended gear. That's good enough. And then... Because I need to heal a man, I'm gonna need to go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It feels so slow. I trust the two of you wouldn't dare come back empty-handed. Of course not. Here you are. Oversoul rags and twice distilled water, as requested. Bloody brilliant! I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Now stand back and let me show you some real Mandeville home cooking. Fall, you bloody bugger! Guide my skillet! Alright, that should stop its spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son. After all, I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Oh, I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Hey, it's Briardion and Nashu. Look who I found. She was slumbering obliviously in a rubbish-strewn... Look who I found. She was slumbering in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, that nap felt... Why did that nap feel good? I'm sure it did. Kennedy, what has its identity has been sighted at the Cecile ruins. We must go there with all haste. You've done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry. I'll handle things from here. There is a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What the seven hells are you standing around for? The future of Uldar's at stake. Time to be a Mandeville man. Kennedy, my strength is yours as well. For Uldar, and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband. What if you're having more muscles than sense? If you're so keen on making yourself useful, why didn't you run to the market to bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. I see. I believe 20 crates or so should suffice. I'm a warrior, not yes, milady. The comedy. Oh, he's at the market board. I say, Enkidu. The burden we must bear simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Kennedy. That said, the events today have given me cause to reflect. Kennedy and Hildy both owe to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends, tried and true. But alas, not I. No, only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me? Even Kennedy could not stand against our combined might. Oh, wherever you may wander, hear my words, return to my side. Gods! What's that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me. What the crystals? Where have they gone? Fancy meeting you here, old friend. What voice could it be? He summoned a primal. We all know what he did. Gillian Mandeville, her last vow. Oh, I get the Mandeville set. What are you doing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moon-sick maid digging around at the Silny excavation site with her mind set on turning Uldar into the land of the walking dead. Your concern for Hildy's most touching, but don't you worry. Mommy dearest isn't going to let her beloved son kick the bucket that easily. In fact, I should be going for a violence setup. I'm going for a violence setup. And obviously, I'm gonna be dressed in my Grand Company uniform, even though it's not the Grand Company. That's not the old on Grand Company. Felix. We've managed to track down Miss Elliot just up ahead, where your friends watch over her as we speak. Yet no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses to so much as answer. Needless to say, we considered physically incapacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with the traitor's sperm. One misstep and the consequences could be dire indeed. You are our only hope, Knazy. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I only ask that you step forth to where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Knazy. Surely if anyone can convince the woman to abandon her madness, it's you. When in chat mode, say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to call out Ellie and convince your erstwhile friend and companion to listen to reason. Check down. It beggars belief that I could have been so blind. You do well not to anger the last friend. She's sitting atop an ample supply of that zombie powder, and I suspect she's not afraid to use it. Sally, and I thought we were friends. Oh, poor Nashu. Oh, to think this girl and her sister were behind it, and the crimes all along. I dare say this realm is awash with capable adversaries. You want to fight? Let's see, is there dialogue from Ellie? Nope. And Ellie! Knazy, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I will not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. It was you after all. Consider me disappointed. Such a promising career in the press. And to throw it all away. Your sister CSC is already in custody. Surrender now and I will see that no harm befalls her. How little you understand us, Inspector. And again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Ceci and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. 2 sisters against the world. If only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago, we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. You see now, anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down, or suffer the same fate as the old dogs you would defend. Ellie, stop this madness! I'm sorry, Inspector. Nashu, explosions. There's too many of them. Oh no! Oh, he's done! Oh no! All in a day's work for a Mandeville man. And now it's hammer time. Yo, he's laddering them! Oh, poor Nashu. Yo! Good job, Gilgi. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it is only with Inspector Hildibrand's ridiculously good fortune that you made it this far. And he's as good as 6 films under. Be forewarned, gal. I know that I speak from experience when I say, underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. I am afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of the trader's spurn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. False balls, is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances. Greg, was it? False balls! It's a shame to lose you, Kennedy. Warrior of light that you are, you might yet have served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions! Hildibrand took him over. What's good? The gentleman. Da da da. The man to find a light. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. Bugging me with a broadsword on my eyes to be deceived, to be believed. That pose. No, these are not 4 warriors of light that I see. These are 4 gentlemen of light! Just so, my good man! Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? We meet again, girl. Tell me you've got got my snubble tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after I rip them clean from your bloody head. Oh, hello there, Mr. Elazar. Cool, you're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible. Holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. Immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Hildibrand was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action. Immunity to... I am an immunity to... I'm just gonna pretend that makes any kind of sense. The game is up, Miss Ellie. Pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. It's over. It's all over. Inspector Briardian, you said there was something you would tell me when this was all when all was through. I imagine you have no words for me now. Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I have found something. Someone with whom I intend never to part. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your jail cell a free woman, I will be there. There. What say you? Oh, a proposal! I don't know. Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspersions cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Uldar was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history. But know this. I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. Inspector Briardian. Well, Gilgy. Ahem. Are we forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. If you're quite done playing cloak and dagger, I require Kinese's presence for a matter of far greater importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. Why the long face, friend? Maybe this will have you singing a happier tune. Could it be the treaty blade? And the true one at that. None other. I have not the slightest intention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. But I misspeak. It will not be single combat this time. Is that my cue, my old friend? Oh, merciful! What is that abomination? Some new breed of void scent? Abomination! Oh, thank you to address my companion with courtesy, girl. Ah, but 'twas the most curious thing. There was holding a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother. I'm thinking about how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. Then came a flash from the heavens, and next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods! That makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartfelt plea, summoning forth his friend. Nay, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. Kinesi, you may have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove so easy a task. And yet, I will trust you will not shirk from the challenge. I, Enkidu, and I shall await you at Amdapur Keep. Summoning a primal. Well, now you've got my attention. 'Tis a ways from here, but what better venue for a climactic confrontation? If you would claim the treaty blade, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu, to the skies! Two against one. That's not very gentlemanly of you, Greg. Come, Kinesi, damn the paw! Well, this is a grave development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own. I must send word to the Scions at once. Actually, I'm all for us to act on this. Of course. Near forgotten you. We had a warrior of light in our very midst. Please, Canadian, you are our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. Let's check the dialogue, Jillian. All's well that ends well, eh, Knizy? You know these undead acquaintances were kind enough to make an appearance at my request. Who would have thought zombies could be such gentlemen? I reckon it must be my son's good influence. Oh, if I don't know if anything could bring Hildy back from the undead, it would be my dear wife's hand-mixed holy water. That's the world-class culinarian I married. The gentleman of light. Cool, they were every bit as radiant as I pegged them to be. One day I'll be a hero myself, just you watch. Ellie, forgive me. Sorry for deceiving you, Knazy. For what it's worth, it wasn't personal. After 400 years, this might very well spell the end for the arbiters of the truth. Whether or not to replace the fallen is a decision for my superiors to make. In either event, I have decided to renounce my position. I thought they were but white lies, but I have seen firsthand the suffering they can cause. And with that, my work here is done. You are by far the least incompetent associate I encountered in my travels. For preserving some shred of my sanity, you have my thanks. That said, my time in this land was not a total loss. My experiences here have taught me an important lesson, that this world and the fools who populate it rarely, if ever, abide by the principles of logic. This should serve me well in my future cases. And most importantly of all, I leave here with a vow that has given my life's new meaning. But this is no time for sentiment. Nashu? Look at the Inspector go! I'm right behind you, Inspector! Amdapur Keep. Gilgamesh, you know you're trespassing on home turf now. thick as naturals, man. Is that you, Kinetti? Pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's tail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention.
I will be concluding my investigation forthwith, but in the meantime, might I trouble you to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead?
Together we will reclaim the treaty blade from that knave, Kinetti. Yes, just go on ahead. I'll be along directly. It's a trial. Let's see. Need to fight Greg again. You want in? Chrysalis, the Dragon's Neck, Battle of Big Britain. Focus talk. Limitless Blue, that is. You also want to fight Greg again? I went to this. Yes. Battle in the Big Keep. Last Quest of Hildibrand Adventures Season 1. I'm gonna queue now. Fuck it. Button. That's the Primal versus Greg for round 2. It's a full party. Welcome to the battle in the Big Keep. As we meet again on the battlefield, I dare say Enkidu shall come to enjoy our tussles as much as I. You, however, might not find this one so enjoyable. Unless you enjoy getting pounded senseless. It's big time. This should cut you down to size. Break the tether. Obviously, we focus on slaying a primal first. Or at least I'm focusing, helping the tank focus down the primal. Ever faithful. Primal down. Me run away? I was seeking out a more suitable spot to celebrate my victory. But enough exposition. Now we fight like men and ladies who dress like men. Yeah, no. Misha Big. Visualizing transmogrifying time. The mightiest warrior ever to grace Eorzea stands before you. By which I mean I, Gilgamesh. Prepare yourself. Ah, you want to fight? You're getting a fight. No quarter from me this time. How about me? We have the deal 1 damage button. You have some skill, I'll give you that. The Gilgamesh is on the big gun. Perfect. In the mood for dancing. Dancing to the break of dawn. Wake the dragon. There we go, got bowling up on it. You do not tether my friend. Gilgamesh is in the mood for dancing. And now for something truly shocking. What's the matter, friend? All tied up? Enough expository banter! To think that my full complement of arms would avail me naught. Hand it over. No more hijinks from Gilgamesh. You have my word. The treaty blade too I shall return, just as soon as I remember where I hid it. Anyway, I yield to your unparalleled puissance. Haha! Eat dirt. I want to cast my lot for Enkidu. Aww. I want to get the chicken. No more hijinks from me. Please, no more hijinks from him. Haha! I'll light again like a rogue. Go, I kill me. You can take that fussy old blade for all I care. I thirst for true power, and not as strong as the swords will suffice. Warrior of Light, you have proven a worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment of your weapon. For as sure as day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as mine own. Till we meet again. Hildibrand? What ho, Knazzy? Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, and I shall deliver the coup de grace together. Actually, I already kicked their asses. The battle has already been won. That is triumphant news, indeed. Clearly, the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this, you say? The treaty blade lies somewhere in the nearby wood. Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? We're in the middle of it. Speak of the devils, there is the group. Knazzy, what news of the primal and the treaty blade? I've slain the primal, I've beaten Gilgamesh again. Remarkable. I knew the warrior of light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildibrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship, at once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I've found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful, they're the greatest treasures of lost Sildee. To think they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. And just how did you come to know of these long-lost relics? There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, or so the legend goes. I wouldn't have given to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring casts open the doors of justice. The wise man whispers a verdict true, as Ema's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in hand, I swear unto you." The legends differ as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here, friends! Over here, friends! Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Behold, in my safe hands none other than the treaty blade. And the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, just like that, I swear unto you, then... Uh-oh. My word. What is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildibrand isn't a warrior of lies. He's just some fool who could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem that the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. Oh, I forgot to do the accent. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No, the light. Someone stop it! I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. Kaboom! Skyward ho! I dare say that proved the most useful incantation indeed. I'm so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. Suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all. I'll wait for the ads to end to actually end the actually hit the next dialogue line. Speaking of which, it's time for me to press this button again.
Outreach.
We all gotta break sometime.
So seeing Master Chief walk through the halls with Gamers Outreach team today was kind of an outer body experience. I mean, I don't know who was more excited, the staff we walked by or the patients that we linked up with.
It was very encouraging to see how impactful games could be for helping people heal, for helping people feel connected, for helping people be in the moment instead of thinking about what they're dealing with, what they're going through.
Just seeing what the power of video games, what this go-kart, and what Halo and Master Chief can bring to these patients, to see Paxton the way he did light up when we entered the room.
I've witnessed the amazing power of gaming in the past couple years. I've been at Seattle Children's for 32 years. The Gamers Outreach carts have been an amazing addition to our hospital. They are so mobile and so easy to maneuver and store and get into tight spaces.
When I roll in with the go-kart, it's always a look of amazement. You know, when you check in and ask what console they want, if the note that didn't have enough details or something like that, you know, you could say, I'm gonna come bring you an Xbox, but the sight of the nice screen and the newest console, it's always a, oh wow, awesome. I've been a gaming specialist at 3 different hospitals for about 8 years, and I can say with confidence that Gamers Outreach is the backbone of the therapeutic gaming field. It's just an amazingly easy and efficient way to deliver the most robust video game technology to kids in the hospital.
When there are people that need help, when there are people who need to be uplifted, when there are people who need to be taken care of, Spartans answer the call, and we know that the work that Gamers Outreach does helps people. I'm gonna ask that you suit up and that you join with me.
This is a Gamers Outreach cart, or go-kart for short. It's a portable video game kiosk built specifically for hospitals, created by Gamers Outreach. Each unit helps provide recreation to patients and their families inside hospital rooms. The go-karts can be disinfected easily and have 360 degrees of movement, making them ideal for transport in hospitals. Go-karts can accommodate a variety of gaming consoles. They also come with wired controllers, a gaming monitor, and an assortment of different games. They're equipped with a lift mechanism that allows the height to be adjusted. Go-karts provide a safe, flexible, and efficient way to ensure patients have access to entertainment during their long-term treatment. To learn more about Project Go-Kart, visit gamersoutreach.org. Here at Gamers Outreach, we believe kids deserve a chance to be themselves. Video games inspire joy. They represent an opportunity for us to connect with each other through activity and story. Kids receiving medical treatment.
And there we have it. Oh, Inspector, wait for me! False balls, Hildy. First you almost died at your poor mother's feet, and now you fly off to God's nowhere without giving her a kiss goodbye. It appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildibrand, as it has many a manderful man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. And so in the end, the Sylvine incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. I did bring a whetstone, but The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Belladia was every bit as beautiful as as I imagined. To think of see it with my own eyes, it's nothing short of a dream come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and yet he managed to make a girl's dream come true. Come true. A gentleman to the end is a bloody bastard. Bastard. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye. A curious scent wafting in the winds of a far-flung land. Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildibrand, shall be there, till we meet again. Hildibrand will return? That's all, folks. Oh, I'll be there for you. There we go. And I'll disband the party. Because I believe it is time for me Carline Canopy. That's scary. And to know. I will retire to the inn room. And see if we can store this thing in. Nope, I will have to toss it into the glamour dresser then. It's 2-piece glamour. Stores an outfit glamour, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach save and apply. And what I then do is Yes! Here's Amanda Vilbert. Hey! A case. Let me just... And what I then do is... Let's do this. Let's do this for the ending. Wow, that is a very short animation. There we go, got it. And then I switch back into what I had earlier. Oh! I guess it's time for me to fuck off back to the moon. Actually, no. Tomorrow's stream is going to be starting from Girabania, because we're going to be doing the weapons. We're going to do the Sorrow World questline. And for that, I will use my what I count as Kinesi's cannon outfit, main cannon outfit. So that's where we'll leave it for today. Let's find someone to raid out to. Now, anyone have a recommendation? I don't know who of the crew is going to be in there. Let's see, anyone from Team Sunny online right now? Some more stuff. No, they are asleep. Yeah, I have an idea. Are they partaking in SummerSlam? Nope, never mind. Is this person? Let's go say hello. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and raid out to them. The message is a case. That's the message. See you all. See you all next time. Goodbye.